Welcome to Engagement Fundraising, where you'll learn how busy fundraisers like you are generating more major and planned gifts at lower costs. Brought to you by iMarketSmart.com. Be the fundraiser you always wanted to be. A quick announcement. As a listener of the podcast, we are making the Engagement Fundraising audiobook available to you free of charge. Just go to iMarketSmart.com/exclusive-podcast-offer. As a thank you for listening, we wanted to give everyone free access to Greg's Engagement Fundraising audiobook that you can get on Audible or Apple Books for $15. Once again, just visit iMarketSmart.com/exclusive-podcast-offer. That's iMarketSmart.com/exclusive-podcast-offer. Thanks for listening to the podcast, and we hope you enjoy Greg's book. Now, on to the episode. Hey, how's it going?
It's good, man. We're going to qualification, prioritization. Is that a word? Prioritization. I think that's a word.
It's a word, yeah.
Yeah. I just found out that recency is not a word. Someone sent me on LinkedIn.
Well, we use it, so it's a word
We
now,
use it
right?
everywhere, right?
Like, how does a word become a word? You start using it.
You use it a lot.
Yeah, that becomes standard nomenclature.
When I try and type it into a Google Doc or something, it does reject it. I have to tell it to
it's all good, yeah.
Recency. I spell it recency.
Yeah.
Because we're always talking about the recency of people engaging.
Yeah.
And how important that is for qualification. Like if they just watched the video on the kid getting a sandwich, they're going to be hotter.
Yeah. If they just sent you an email, they're probably still top of mind. They haven't started thinking about lunch yet.
Yeah. Recency.
Yeah.
So that's important for prioritization and qualification. But, okay, I think prioritization, I think that's a word. That's cool. Qualification, sure. I know is a word. That's like half of what we do around here, right?
Yeah. So we recently surveyed a lot of fundraisers out there.
Yeah. You know why we did that?
I'm actually not sure. Kind of, was it to get kind of a pulse of the community and see?
Nah. Well, sort of. Yes. I mean, yes. Yeah. Okay. So Elizabeth, our product manager, was like, well, hold on. If our dashboard is the ultimate qualification and prioritization system.
Yeah.
Which it is.
It is, yeah.
I'm sorry to anybody else who's got a nifty dashboard, but ours is the best. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay. But if it is, then with all these different things that fundraisers use to qualify and prioritize their donors for outreach or for building a caseload, what are really the most important ones according to the fundraisers?
Yeah, does our tool align with their needs?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, we wanted to find out what they thought.
Yeah, because the customers, they're not always right. Sometimes you build stuff that they don't even know they need yet. Instead of an 8-horse carriage, you build a car, which it's like, wow, it's an amazing invention. Yeah.
So the fundraisers, look, there's a lot of research out there that'll tell you that one data point that fundraisers want isn't necessarily all that important, or vice versa. They need a data point that they couldn't imagine, right?
Yeah.
But I think fundraisers are tired of hearing about all that crap.
Sure.
They're used to the prospect researchers giving them, and I always, unfortunately, I'm always on a prospect research. They do a great job.
Yeah, good job.
I like them. Yes. But there are plenty of fundraisers that get their caseload or they get their qualified prospects handed to them in a list, and they're like, these are the ones you should call. And then the fundraiser goes through it and calls them and meets with them and is like, yeah, that wasn't right.
I just wasted my time doing that.
I just wasted a lot of time. You just sent me on a wild goose chase. That wasn't cool. And that doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes it's perfect. All right, but at least the people who buy from us are pretty upset that they're spending too much time on lists and people that aren't interested, don't care, don't have the mission of the organization as a high priority. So look, the fundraisers want something that's different than what the sector is telling them that they need. Okay. So Elizabeth said, well, hold on. If our dashboard is for the fundraisers after all, and our job is to help fundraisers be the best they can be, maybe we should listen to what the fundraisers say a little bit in addition to the research. So she created a survey And we took 15 qualification and prioritization items, data points, right? And then we asked them. We got a few hundred people that responded, and then we put them in order as far as which ones are very important to them and which ones are not important. You want to start at the bottom?
Sure. Yeah. Bottom up. Sure.
The bottom up. So these three kind of hit this category.
They don't really need this stuff.
They didn't really feel like they needed it. Yeah. Yeah. Political giving, meaning the FEC individual contributions.
Yep.
The reported trading from SEC filings, which I think would be important. But, I guess compared to other things, it's not so important. And then the links to the supporters' social media profiles, which I also thought would be kind of important.
Yeah, you could research what they're talking about with their friends and stuff, depending on how much they share on those networks.
And by the way, none of these were said that they're completely, well, actually some of them were. It's told to us that they're not important at all.
Yeah.
But a lot of fundraisers gave these things a little bit of a vote.
Yeah.
But just compared to all the others, these were really at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
These are the clunkers, which is interesting.
It is.
I mean, we could get all that stuff in our dashboard. It's just the fundraisers are saying they don't really care that much.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
It is.
So, and by the way, there are 4 categories here. So the next one, up. This is like the middle bottom.
This is like being picked second to last in dodgeball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or this is third place.
Yeah.
I guess, something like that. Okay, the bronze medal goes to these 4 data points. It's drum roll.
Employment information, their job title, company, industry, all that shebang. Past involvement as a volunteer with any organization, possibly yours, which that's weird that that's so low. Number of properties owned and number of businesses owned, or if they're an entrepreneur. So it's a little baffling, the volunteer stuff especially.
Yeah, because volunteerism is a gateway drug to major giving.
Yeah.
Volunteers usually have some time on their hands, which means that they're older and or wealthier.
Yeah, and for many people, it's a way of them interviewing you, kind of going incognito as a rich person volunteering and seeing how they treat you.
Yeah. Like I said, the data in the research field shows that you should care about this stuff, but wait till we get to the top of the list.
Yeah.
Maybe the top of the list is just that good. It's the cherry. It's so damn good. So number of properties. I mean, if they own a lot of properties, and number of businesses. I mean, entrepreneurs have money, man.
They do. Yeah. This episode is brought to you by us here at MarketSmart and Engagement Fundraising by Greg Warner. In this quick break, I want to remind everyone to go to imarketsmart.com/exclusive-podcast-offer to download the Engagement Fundraising audiobook for free. This offer is only available to listeners of the podcast. It's our way of saying thank you for listening, and we really hope you enjoy the book. Once again, go to imarketsmart.com/exclusive-podcast-offer to take advantage of this promotion, available only to listeners of the podcast. Now, back to the episode.
The next level, this is second place.
Yeah.
This is the silver medal, I guess. I'll do this one.
Okay.
Is the total value of all the properties owned.
That makes more sense than the number owned. If you're ranking it, sure.
Yeah. And look, most people's wealth is heavily tied up in all their properties.
Yeah.
Okay. Has set up a donor advised fund. I like that. That's a good, I like these second place ones.
Yeah.
Donor advised fund, because according to the research from Schwab and Fidelity, people who set up a donor advised fund are, number one, already showing that they are philanthropic.
They made it a priority in life. You wouldn't set that up if that wasn't a priority.
Yeah, and they're usually wealthier, according to Schwab and Fidelity. And the top one in this silver category is their income range. So that would be important to them. That is a very hard thing to really get.
Yeah.
I went to 4 different wealth screening companies.
Yeah.
You know how many of them got my income right? None. Nowhere near. Not even close.
As a business owner, they have no conception. There's no way.
There's no way they can know.
No. And the job title and company was so low, but that's so high. They seem related. Like if you know their job title and the company they're at, maybe you're able to guess better.
If you're in a publicly traded company,
Or if you work for the government, that's all public.
Or the government, that's
Yep.
public,
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a CEO of a publicly traded stock, sure. Me? There's no way they can know. So anyway, the fundraisers thought that was very important. That's a silver star there.
And I guess it's hard to find out. So if they could get that data, that would be good to have in there. I guess.
Yeah, it's very important, though.
Yeah.
How can it be very important when it's almost impossible?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, this is a weird survey. All right. The answers we got. I mean, okay, so, all right, ready for the gold?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or is this platinum? No, what do we got? We do gold. It's Olympics.
Mean, the color on this infographic is
gold.
All
right, we'll go with the gold. All right, gold. What's important? This is what you were getting at earlier.
Yeah.
Phone number and home address.
Yeah. So you're able to contact them and mail them mail.
Right. If you don't have that, and it's funny because all the research doesn't say that you need to have addresses and phone numbers, how important that is. No. The fundraiser, though, is like, hey, stupid. If you don't give me a phone number and an address, I can't actually do anything. So all this wonderful research, just give me the address and the phone number, please.
Something I've realized when you didn't ask is email address an important thing? I'd imagine some wealthy people probably have a very private email address that they only give to a few people, so they're not spammed.
Yeah, well, technically, you shouldn't be just emailing someone if they didn't ask you.
You shouldn't, no.
To email them.
No, that's unwelcome.
So I think that's why we didn't put that in there.
Yeah.
It's not very cool.
Unless they opted into being. Yeah.
If they opted in, then that's cool. But yeah, I mean, you need those basic components in order. I get from this tells me that fundraisers, unfortunately, are told that this person's on your caseload, and then they're like, all right, what's the phone number? What are they? And they don't even have that. It's like, well,
yeah, I'm calling the wrong John Doe. There's 20 million of them. And,
But I guess it is very important. It's at the top of the list because how the hell are you supposed to do your job if you don't have that basic stuff? What's really cool about our survey platform is on average, you might not have known this amazing statistic, 7% of people who take the surveys, because we have this technology, I won't get into it, that backfills the survey. The donors correct their data for us, for the fundraiser. 7% of the donors that take the survey on our system end up updating and correcting their own contact information, their address, their phone number. Did you know that?
I knew it was some percentage. I wasn't sure what the actual one was.
Think about this for fundraisers. I mean, it's not 10%, it's 7%, but it's close enough to 10%. Almost 10%.
Update, and that's cleaning two of the things, that the phone number and address.
And it's very important.
Yeah.
Huge. All right, so we got 3 more in the gold category. Demographics, like age, highest level of education, whether or not they have children, if they're married, the basics.
Yeah.
They like to know the basics. And especially childlessness, I think, would be important.
And it's easier to relate to them. Like if they're married, you're not able to talk just about them, but them as a unit, kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. You can start to get the picture is coming clear. Okay, they live here. Here's their phone number, right? This is becoming a real person. Here's their age. Here's how educated. They're married. They're single, right? And then the next one, 2 more, is self-reported passion level for the charity's mission. Ooh.
What they care about, yeah.
That was number 2 out of 15. We capture that.
Yeah.
That's cool. We do get that thanks to the donors filling out our surveys. Self-reported passion level for the charity's mission. That's a big one. Okay. And then number 1, which by the way, it was a neck and neck. I would actually say number 1 was just as important, just by a hair, as number 2.
Yeah.
Self-reported passion. So number 1, drum roll, please. Past giving information. Like recency of giving, look at there's my word, recency. Frequency of giving, total dollar amount of all the donations ever given, their largest gift, their smallest gift, the longevity. So that was a number 1 by a hair. Number 2 is the passion. Those 2 were way, way up there. And then you get into the demographics, their address and their phone number. That's all in the top category of very important. Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it makes sense. Yeah.
I think so. I still like the other things, but anyway, this is what we learned. I hope all of you out there found this useful.
Yeah, and our dashboard is an awesome tool for kind of combining all this up together.
Go sell it, Tim. Sell it. Sell it to them. Yeah. All right, cool. Peace.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Engagement Fundraising. If you like the show, make sure to review it on iTunes and pass it along to a colleague.
I also wanted to remind everyone to visit imarketsmart.com/exclusive-podcast-offer to download the Engagement Fundraising audiobook for free. Once again, that's imarketsmart.com/exclusive-podcast-offer.
Thanks again for listening to this episode of Engagement Fundraising.